I always like art. And the strangest thing, people want to find where I learn art. Actually, I used to do it when I was a very small boy. I was always creative because I thought somebody must be in the family. So one fella saw me making some stuff. He said, "Boy, you smart, but what you must do, read, read, read." Hey, I took his advice. Right after the mid-70s, when I was senior manager and consultant in charge of Blue Hills, I had to find something to do in the afternoon. So then I got interested in welding. And nobody had to teach me how to do welding. All I did was watch the welder. Then I got a book to show you the names of the beads and how they go, what voltage they use, and the amps, and so forth. But I know it's simple as long as you can catch and know the amps and so forth. For the Commonwealth Fair, first approached the BEC and BEC volunteering. So I started to contribute by doing art and sculpture. So the coat of arms was needed, so I made the coat of arms. I saw in a magazine that they had me rated as the number 5 most famous Bahamian. The bomber's been crazy, and actually made some better ones since that, such as the big conch shell was on display at Government Hill. That conch shell is 30 years old. There are many people in this life made contributions to my development. Because I watched Pop Simon from when I was a boy. I watched Captain Leonard Thompson when I was a boy, Johnny Whitehead, all those pilots. And that's why I got to like aviation. Because I thought a dignity in these guys and their characters. And I just wanted to be somebody myself. And you should be successful by using your ingenuity to create and build things for your country. Because see, I always think about the Bahamas because I got grandchildren and may have great-grandchildren. And the thing is, we people who are skillful should do far more to attract business in this country. The Pigeons on Blake Road. I think I made it in 1982. And then I made the Flamingo right after that, I think. Then Bacardi asked me to do Red Bat. So I told Bacardi, I don't do it for money. I said, but if you give a junior achiever a scholarship, I'll make the Red Bat for you. So that's how I made that for them. Then one day, after Bacardi asked me to make the Red Bat, it was in Bacardi yard, and a Texas Island fellow looked at it and say, "You bad, make one like that." I said, I made that. Even when the conch shell was on display at Government Hill, Chippy said, "You bad, make a lobster." So I made a lobster. The trouble with me is I have to keep busy. I'll try anything. And see, I keep telling people, when you're creative and you know ingenuity, you're supposed to be able to make submarines or anything. That is what an engineer is about. Designing, creating, building, and having vision to how things should work. And I want to do as much as I can while there's some breath and energy in me to get it done. You saw the Trident trumpet at Blue Hills? The Trident trumpet shell is bigger than the one at the airport. But if you see the Trident trumpet, you'll wonder why they wouldn't let me finish it. If they'd let me finish it, it'd been the best one. All I have to do is sandblast it in plastic bond to it and put it, just art in it and then paint it. Now, the rooster and the lobster didn't have any bondo. So if you go to the rooster, you can see the welding beads. But in the other sculptures, you don't want to see welding beads. If I'm going to do a piece of sculpture, I want to do it exactly the way it is naturally. You can't cheat it. That's why when an American fellow saw me working on a lobster long after it was installed, he tell the other visitors, say, whoever made this had to be a mechanical engineer. I felt it because I felt proud that somebody see engineering in it. But people come with ideas, do this and you're bad, and I'm bad. An Abaconian gave me a picture of the parrot, so I took it and made that one. In '92, I think it was. I think it was 1985 or something like that. This fellow from California asked me if I can make him a huge dragon, and he gave me a small picture of it, drawn sketch. I say, I don't have a workshop, I don't have any facilities. I say, everything I do it through BZ. So I say, if you want me to do it, you have to check with the Prime Minister of Finland. So he checked with the Prime Minister of Finland, tell the general manager, let me do whatever necessary. Because I told him, say, you'll have to give 5 scholarships to some Bahamians. But when the dragon was completed, not completed, but the structure was, because, see, it's in 5 pieces. The 2 wings are telescopically fit together. The upper part of the tail is telescopically fit. And the head is telescopically fit to the body. The final coating and stuff was known. Well, actually it needed to be sandblasted and put in colors. And so the whole thing about the dragon is, it could have been sent to California. But what happened, the English journalists bought a photographer because they came from a company I worked for. I was trained in England, in Loughborough, in electronics, not electronic, but they sent me to do transformers and generators. And so they used that to advertise. This man in the Bahamas, he takes our old transformers and turned them into beautiful sculptures. So they came out, took pictures of the dragon and put a value to it, and they say $500,000. And he said he can't pay $500,000. So I said, okay, let's do the rot. As soon as I retired, they dismantled and put it outside the place to rot. But if this is their way of showing appreciation, no. And you still going further. That's how the dragon came about. I have no gripes. The only thing is I hate that life is so short and I can't do more. Because my hand's still good and it's still steady. I can draw, design, and build. I proposed to the government and say, look here, let me build a lobster. 3 stories high, 150 feet long, and have on the inside a restaurant and a bar. But I say, since it's gonna probably be the last, make it something big. I say, you got the Eiffel Tower, you get the Statue of Liberty. Why the Bahamas can't do a big lobster? We need to be special somewhere. We're a small nation, so we have to show that a small nation has big skills. I would like that lobster. I'd like that to be the last piece I make, because it can take me for 5 years. And if I can live till I get 80, that'll be finished. As long as I breathe my body, I'll beat up a sculpture.